Hi. I'd like to offer some insights today about the nature of chords and energy interdependency. And most people say you need to remove these chords, cut them, uproot them, fill in the gaps with spiritual healing salve. But I think something to consider is that this chord represents a relationship you entered into at some point on the basis of trust. And very quickly, it turned into a situation of negation. Maybe not very quickly, maybe over time, but it turned into a situation where at some level you negated the other person at the other end of that cord. And they felt betrayed and reflected that negation back to you. So, on both sides of that equation, you're both craving worth. And this is something that people don't understand about the concept of ahimsa. Ahimsa is where someone is being negated. Their very worth of breathing the same air as you is being negated. And even Jesus said, the one sin that can send you to hell is saying to your brother or sister, thou fool. This is in the New Testament. And at that point, you're basically negating that person's worth. And the same thing goes like when you're driving on the road and you say, you idiot, or whatever form of negation that takes, or saying, you know what, this isn't my kind of people. This person's not really on my level. They're not good looking enough. They're not cool enough. I really don't need them in my life. That form of negation also brings a relationship that started out on an equal level to where you're somehow superior to the other person and they are just reflecting that back to you. So, if as you scan your energy, if you find any place on your body where you are hurting, where your energy is being pulled out of you, chances are if you send a little bit of love and kindness down that cord, it will gently work its way out. People will persist trying to get at the original validation that was promised when you entered into that trusting relationship with them. And it could even be someone who smiled at you at the register and at the cash register, and you just didn't like that person for some reason, but you smiled back, but in your heart you negated them. And this can follow you. It could be a waiter that you thought, that person is just not there. They're checked out and they're doing poor service. What a loser. That is basically, again, what leads down the road to hell. And it can even, as a country, we negate other people in the world that we don't think are to our level. And this leads to all kinds of suffering. So if, especially in your most intimate relationships, children who favor one side of the family or one parent who's more dominant often negate the children who came from the less dominant parent. And also, the children who came from the less dominant parent often harbor hatred towards the children that were favored. And just seeking approval from the parent that you don't favor, trying to be worthy to them your whole life rather than seeking out your own tribe and accepting yourself leads to fundamental pain and negation in life. And as you go through your energy field and find those painful chords, one by one, send love, compassion, and healing through those chords to the person at the other end, and see if they don't let go and send some love back, and how much richer and freer you will be. Blessings.